Welcome to the Green Room of the program Master of Science in Environmental Science and Technology. My name is Veerle. I'm the technical coordinator for this program, and I'm happy to guide you through this session. We are excited to share more about our program. To start, I would like to give the floor to the chair of the program, Professor Walraven, who will provide an overview of the program, focusing on its content and objectives.
Good evening, everybody. I'm delighted to introduce you to the Master of Science in Environmental Science and Technology, or EMST, here at Ghent University. This program is for people who want to make a real impact, people who care about solving the world's most pressing environmental challenges. It's a 2-year master program at one of Europe's leading universities located here in the beautiful city of Ghent. At the heart of this master, there are 3 goals. So train, create, and solve. We train a new generation of professionals who can design and apply innovative, science-based, and sustainable solutions to what we call wicked environmental problems. We create a healthier environment for everybody by preventing pollution, protecting ecosystems and human health, recovering resources sustainably, and tackling the global drivers of climate change. And we solve environmental problems on every scale, from local communities to global systems, from land to sea, from small towns to megacities, and in both developed and developing regions. These 3 words, train, create, and solve, truly define what EMST stands for. Throughout the program, you will build a balanced mix of scientific knowledge, technological skills, and interpersonal competencies. You will deepen your understanding of physical, chemical, and ecological processes and learn how to apply clean technologies and sustainability principles. You will strengthen your ability to communicate clearly, to work in diverse teams, and to think critically about complex environmental problems. And finally, you will develop specialized expertise in one of the program's 3 majors. So this program is a 2-year master, and I will explain on how this program is built. In your first year, you will develop a strong interdisciplinary foundation. You will start with sustainability and policy, learning about climate governance, legislation, and environmental economics. You will explore environmental diagnostics, such as chemistry and analysis, and ecotoxicology, to understand on how pollutants behave in the environment. Courses in environmental technology introduce you to solutions for water, soil, air pollution, and waste. Applied ecology helps you to understand how natural and disturbed ecosystems function. And finally, research skills teach you how to model and analyze the data, essential tools for environmental scientists. Together, these modules make sure everybody has a comprehensive basis before specializing. In the second year, you tailor your studies to your own interests by choosing one of the 3 majors: environmental assessment and management of chemicals, resource recovery technology, or urban environmental management. Each focuses on major global challenge, and each is linked to cutting-edge research at Ghent University. Alongside your major, you will conduct a master dissertation, your own research project, and you can complement it with electives or a short internship in the environmental sector. The first major, Environmental Assessment and Management of Chemicals, looks at the global challenge of chemicals. You will learn from a multi-stakeholders perspective, understanding how researchers, governments, and industry deal with chemicals. You'll study advanced risk assessment and risk management for chemicals of emerging concern and explore technologies for preventing and cleaning up pollution in water, air, and soil. A unique part of this major is risk communication, learning how to translate scientific results into clear messages for policymakers, the public, and the media. The second major, resource recovery technology, focuses on circular economy, how to turn waste into value. You will study emerging technologies that recover materials, nutrients, and energy from waste streams. You will learn how to engineer, model, and control these systems, and how to evaluate their environmental and economic impacts. You will also look beyond technology, exploring social, economic, and policy drivers that influence whether resource recovery is actually adopted in practice. This major is perfect for you if you're interested in sustainability, innovation, and green engineering. The third major, urban environmental management, deals with the environmental dimension of city life. You link urban planning with environmental science to see how cities can grow while still staying livable and sustainable. You'll examine air and noise pollution, urban ecosystem health, and the way cities can become more resilient and green. The major also challenges you to think as a multidisciplinary problem solver, balancing housing, transport, economic growth with the need for cleaner, healthier, more inclusive urban spaces. If you want to help to shape sustainable cities of the future, this is the major for you. IMESTE is a truly international experience. It's a fully English taught and brings together people from all over the world who share a passion for sustainability and the environment. You will work in multicultural teams, learn to combine different perspectives, and develop strong intercultural communication skills. And the connections you build, both professional and personal, often last far beyond graduation. After completing the program, you will be ready for a wide range of careers. Graduates work as environmental consultants, sustainability managers, R&D specialists, or policy advisors in government and industry. Some move to research academia, while others become entrepreneurs starting their own businesses. The demand for people who can connect science, technology, and society is growing rapidly. And that's exactly what this program prepares you for. Ghent University is among the top research universities in the world, and our faculty of bioscience engineering is a leader in sustainability and environmental technology. You will study in a faculty with world-class research groups, have access to hands-on lab and fieldworks, and enjoy life in Ghent, a vibrant, student-friendly city known for its culture, creativity, and green mindset. To conclude, IMESTE is just more than a master degree. It's a journey towards becoming a change maker for the environment. You will gain knowledge, the skills, and the global outlook to make a real difference, whether that's in policy, technology, research, or your own community. If you're passionate about sustainability and innovation, technology, and the environment, we would be thrilled to welcome you at Ghent University. So thank you a lot for listening.
Thank you very much, Professor Walraven, for your motivating introduction and for clearly outlining the program's content and objectives. That really gives us a clear idea of what the program offers. Now I'm delighted to give the floor to one of our current students, Paula, who will share her testimonial about studying in the program and her personal experience along the way. Paula is also one of the student representatives of her batch. Paula?
Thank you, dear Berle. I'm going to share my screen. Good afternoon for everybody. As Berle was mentioning, my name is Paula Bueno. I am already cursing the second year of this Master of Environmental Science and Technology. And I am here to give you a little bit of a student perspective on how the experience is. So first of all, a little bit about me. I am actually from Colombia. My bachelor is in chemical engineering, and this is my first time living abroad. So it was already a very good experience. It's like the first time I have been living outside of my city as well. So it was a challenging experience, but it was very rewarding when it comes to all the learning that I have done and all the people and experiences that I have been able to have. Why did I choose this master? As Professor Walgrave was mentioning, this is a well-ranked university in Europe, one of the best, and that's precisely how I found information about it on the internet and university rankings. Actually, this is one of the top 50 universities for environmental sciences, and that's basically one of the reasons that why I chose it. When it comes to the experience already being here, I can only say good things. It's been amazing, not only for all the learning that I have done in everything, the teachers, classes, excursions, practical activities, but also in terms of interculturality, as also Professor Walgrave was mentioning. There are three basically different majors that also allow students to go deep into what they actually want to do. I think Professor Walgrave already explained a lot about that, so I'll not go in detail, but it's one of the things that also caught my attention. It's really good that you have the first year to see like a very broad but also very deep introduction of what environmental sciences and technology are. And after that, you can make the decision of what you really want to do. And that is the reason why it allows people from very different backgrounds to get to the masters. And that is also so enriching and so important, because that is the reason why I have been able to meet people and learn from people that have bachelors that are in backgrounds that are so different from mine, and also that come from so many different countries. So you can learn also from their culture, from their background, and of course, from their personalities as well. Another thing that actually was very, very important to me, and in general, among my fellow mates and the future ones, I've seen very positive reviews, is the onboarding program. It was actually very good that we had like a full 2 weeks onboarding program, and we were able to see like good things about Belgium, their culture. We also had a little bit of a guided tour through the city. It was amazing. We had also a little beer afterwards. And in general, it was a very good experience. We learned about biking rules, traffic rules for the city. It was that detailed. So the experience in general was very, very good. I recommend the program a lot. I came here trying to like find a path, let's say, for me to start working on environmental sciences after a lot of time working in another field. And I'm totally sure that after all that I've learned here, I'm going to be able to make a good decision, and I'm going to be able to contribute in a positive way to the environmental research.
Thank you, Paula, for sharing your
No problem.
inspiring story. You give a nice picture of student life and the opportunities this program offers. Next, I'm pleased to introduce one of our alumni, Luca, who will reflect on his time in the program and how this experience has helped him to take the next steps in his career. Luca?
Yes, thank you, Veerle. So my name is Luca, and I graduated in the Master of Environmental Science and Technology in June this year, so very recently. Of course, I don't know all of your backgrounds, so I'll just tell you a bit about mine, and maybe you might recognize some things from your own experiences. So I should start by mentioning that I was born and raised in Belgium, in the city of Oudenaarde, which is about half an hour away from Ghent, for your orientation. So when I was still a young and innocent 18-year-old boy, I asked myself the question that most of you probably asked yourselves as well: what the hell am I going to do with my life? And it was at that moment that I decided to start studying at the Faculty of Bioscience Engineering, more specifically in a master's degree in Forest and Nature Management. Some long years went by, I obtained my degree, but then again, I asked myself the same question, so what comes now? And I started looking for a job in forest and nature management, but I really couldn't find anything of which I said, oh, this I really want to do for the rest of my life. And in the meantime, I was still checking Ufora, which is the student platform with all the information on the courses and updates and so on from time to time, out of pure nostalgia, of course. And it was there that I first saw something about the Master of Environmental Science and Technology. And I started digging some more. I looked up some information, and not too long after that, before I even knew it actually, I was enrolled in the program. So you might ask yourselves, why would you study some more if you just graduated? And I must say, while studying, I sometimes ask myself the same question. But to me, it seemed very logical because I already knew almost all there is to know about forests and nature with a stretch, but not about all of the stuff around it, the environment as a whole. And if there is one thing that the Master of Environmental Science and Technology does extremely well, it is explaining all of that other stuff. So there were multiple courses about soil, about air, about water, sustainability, climate as a whole, and so on, as to something for everyone and to each their own taste. I specifically liked the international aspect of the program as well. You get to meet people from all over the planet, and very often they have completely different perspectives, different experiences on the things that are mentioned in the courses. I specifically remember one girl saying in a class about air quality, which is given by Professor Walgraven, who did the introduction to this session, and that since she moved to Belgium, it was actually the first time that she got to breathe fresh air, because in her hometown in India, there is a massive air pollution problem, and she even has to take medication for that. And to me, this was very eye-opening, because I've never known anything else than the Belgian air. So the perspective of other people, it's really something that, yeah, I obtained from this course. And then I thought almost all of the courses were very interesting, very engaging. There were a lot of excursions where you really got to see the theory translated to practice, which I also thought was very nice. But of course, it's not always all about studying, and the city of Ghent itself, I think the two previous speakers also mentioned this, is very beautiful, is very vibrant. So sometimes when you get tired of all of the environmental stuff, it's the perfect time to do something outside of the campus. And feel free to hit me up, of course, if you need some inspiration about that, because I've been almost everywhere in the city. So I can definitely hook you up with some addresses. So all in all, I really enjoyed the 2 years of the Master of Environmental Science and Technology. I got to meet fantastic people. I really learned a lot about all there is to know about the environment. And as of now, I'm actually working in a company that treats soil pollution, the soil remediation. And one of my colleagues told me on my first day that he in fact did the same program as I did. So to me, this just goes to show that the MST students, first and foremost, they are everywhere. And second of all, once you get involved with them, you never get rid of them again. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca. So enthusiastic. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Your journey is truly inspiring and highlights the impact and possibilities that the program provides.